You're welcome to Moment Z, guys, the show where we keep it young, hip, trendy, funky, fresh. Yes, and I'm Lumi.
And I'm Lisa Mache.
And I'm Amanda.
I'm Amanda. How are you guys today?
I'm good, fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
So, we need to get to the topic of the day. Yeah.
You're like so excited. Is it the dress that's bringing this out to you?
I don't know, but I'm so, I'm so curious to find out what people actually think. The topic for today is, can exes be friends? There are so many differing opinions. I have mine, and I'm sure that you have yours. Are you ready for the conversation?
Of course. In a recently conducted poll by NBC, 48% of people surveyed said that they stayed friends with an ex after a breakup, while 18% said they attempted to stay friends, but it didn't work. The rest were just indifferent. I bet most of these guys were quite older. But is it a good idea to actually stay friends with your ex as a young person or as a Z generation person?
Joining us when we come back, we have a member of the EbonyLife family. Yes, he is a Life 101 actor. And we also have 2 students joining us.
Hello and welcome back. This is still the show you do not want to miss, Moment Z. Our topic for today is, can exes be friends? Like, legit, does it actually work? Here on the set to help us discuss this topic, we have 3 guests. Our first guest is Patrick Fakoya. He's a young actor who played the role of Toby in the series Life 101, of course, among other interests. Our second guest is Olayemi Benjamin. He's a 22-year-old student. And our third guest is a 200-level student at the University of Lagos. She is Lemadim Uchechi Lillian. You're welcome to the show. So now, we have all done the introductions. Let us get to the gist. Please, can exes be friends? Somebody answer me, I beg.
It's a no.
It's a no.
Let's no for you.
It's a no. Thank you.
Yes.
It's a no.
He said it's a yes for him.
Okay.
No, don't. No.
It's a yes from me.
What's strong in you now?
So why do you say yes? Why do you say yes?
Well, it's actually based on the level or the cost of the break
Okay.
I get from my own perception.
Okay.
Because as my kind of person, I can actually be friends with my ex.
Okay.
Because I feel there are better things you guys can do together.
Like what?
That's,
Thank you.
You don't really need to get close and be in that relationship before you can do favor for each other. Okay. So I feel you guys can stay up and be good after the break.
But I think it's one thing to do each other favors, because I like to say, like, oh, if you ever need me, like, I got your back, do you understand? It's one thing to, do favors and, things like that, and to be friendly and civil and polite. But friends, I think the term friend...
No,
like,
friend, it could work. I'm surprised you said no, especially you. But I feel like it could work sometimes. Have you not ever had someone that you dated that person became more than just your girlfriend or your boyfriend, became like your best friend, your homie, your number one, your ride or die?
Yeah.
So when you break up with a person, do you just throw the person in the garbage?
I know,
I'm like, oh, it's over.
Go. You're not throwing the person in the garbage.
So what are you doing?
There should be a need for separation at that
Okay.
moment, because after a breakup, people, as in everybody, doesn't heal so fast.
Thank you.
It's
Okay.
actually painful after a breakup.
Okay.
You get some people heal faster than some. So wanting to be friends with an ex is just like putting the person by your side, bringing the person in a close range to you, and making the person feel bad again. Remembering what caused the breakup. Maybe it was an abusive relationship or trust issues, infidelity, something like that. It could actually lead to making the person feel bad more, especially when the person hasn't healed as you've healed.
Yeah.
On
Okay,
that
but what
level.
if you're
Exactly.
giving the person time, or what if you have taken out a break, you have taken a break or some space out, maybe a month, 2 months, and then you come back together as friends? Would it work that way?
You can't actually tell the time for
Thank you.
the healing process to take.
I like this girl.
So what if the person was like your best friend, your really close homie, ride or die, and then it just didn't work out? So will you just tell the person that it's over, no communication? Because that's what people do, block WhatsApp, cut you off out of their lives. Why?
Well, I really don't know why, to be
You don't know
honest.
why?
But basically, what I'm going to say is, except you don't have a situation whereby there is maybe a third party involved. If you had a kid for
Okay.
the other spouse, if you had a kid, then that would probably have to relate you no matter what.
Yeah.
And it will be so painful for you to have to probably stick it up with that person when you know that you don't want to look, you don't want to look ugly in front of your child. You know, you don't want to look like a cat and dog between mommy and daddy. You don't want to have him think of that perspective, you know, of how he sees his family.
Yeah.
He or she wants to see her family, you know, okay, I got my mom, I got my dad, because it's what relates to broken homes.
I have to like ask, so you're not friends with all your exes? All your exes?
People
all
are watching you right now.
I know, right? Well, 99%.
And that
Are your friends or not your friends?
Yes.
And not your friends.
Not your friends.
So who is that 1%? Who's that special somebody?
I reserve my
Oh.
Really?
Okay, wait, let's break it down. Before you enter a relationship with someone, you're friends with the person. Yeah?
Yes.
Probably,
So
yeah.
what happened to that friendship along the line? Do you say that relationships can either mar or like break or help a relationship? A friendship rather.
Yeah, a relationship can help a friendship. If it's not working as a relationship, it won't work as a friendship. Because you have already...
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You want to differ?
I think so, because you won't, the feelings, the hurt and everything, you won't want to relate well with the person because you've gotten into a relationship, there was intimacy before. So seeing the person as a friend will just be so different to you because you already have that mindset that you guys had something together before. So forgetting the past and moving on with the person again.
As friends.
Yes, as friends. It will want to remind you, it keeps playing in your head. And you remember the past, what happened, what led to the breakup.
But what
and
you
that.
say, that means you didn't let it go.
But then,
You
how easy is
moved
it to
on,
let
but
it
it
go?
doesn't mean you're friends with the person. You've moved on. Moving on means we're done with everything. Go your way, I go my. There should be separation.
I think for most people, actually, like the distance helps.
The distance
Don't call
helps.
me, don't text
Out
me. I
of
don't
sight.
talk to you on
Okay,
social
guys,
media.
we'll find out more about this after the break. We'll be joined by a photographer on the topic, can exes be friends? We'll be right back.
Can exes be friends is still the topic on your favorite show, Moment Z. Joining us in this conversation, we have Nkem Mary, who is a 20-year-old photographer. So now, guys, we have to talk about boundaries. So let's imagine that you have this ex that has been adamant on being your friend, and then one way or another, you just couldn't cut that person out of your life. So how do you create boundaries, or is there even a need for boundaries?
It actually depends.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually depends on who the person is to me. If, like, what we were in before we broke up. But you have to have some sort of impact in my life.
For me to want to keep you around after the break.
But why would you be dating someone if the person doesn't have impact in your life?
No, it depends now. Like, people do different things.
Set piece and paroles.
People do different things. You're expecting.
I think that's the problem. I think most people enter a relationship based on wrong things. But if you're entering on friendship and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, I think friendship is what you can always live with. And then I read something online that I want to share with you guys. It says, most times the idea to stay friends is to soften the blow of breaking up. Most people just want to cling on to emotional intimacy. Is this true?
I think
It's
so.
open.
I actually have to agree with you because that actually happened to me. Like 2 years ago or so, I broke up with this one guy and we had been together like quite a while and we were friends before and everything. So then when the breakup finally came, it wasn't even like somebody cheated on us. It wasn't even messy. It was like a thing of...
This was tired.
What'd you say? No, it wasn't even tiring. It was long distance type. So it was just...
I see.
It was wise to end it. Do you understand? So we broke up like the breakup was beautiful. We were walking in the park, we were crying, we were dancing, we were
crying.
Swear down. It was like
You should be in an Indian movie.
I don't understand. So then we now kind of decided to stay friends. So then whenever he came around, like back to town, we would hook up or whatever. Do you understand? But it wasn't really helping anybody. Do you understand? And then at some point, I then got with somebody else, and then I didn't tell him that I was with somebody else. And then he came. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I know I'm not the presenter here, but I just want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
So we're doing this thing, okay?
Okay.
For instance, and we're breaking up. Okay, we've broken up already.
This is me and you. We're together and we're breaking up. Okay.
I'm just trying to relate to what you just said right now.
Yeah.
If you and I were in one room,
Yeah.
facing each other,
Yeah.
really close to each other,
Okay.
is anything going to happen between us?
Like after we've broken up.
Yes.
Most
we found ourselves
probably.
in this one room, and we got a little bit, okay, just, it happened by, no mistakes. I mean, it just played out to the point where we're in the room, and we found ourselves there, and we're really close to each other, and I start bringing up a
Something
little
would
bit
definitely
Chances are very high.
Yeah.
Chances are, I think that's the
But that's why
issue is-
boundaries should be set in place.
Yeah.
As
And
well.
this
Yes.
is because we are friends. Oh.
Because we are friends. Friendship just is to break trouble. This guy. So many people have cheated on their partners with their exes. It happens every single day.
So are you now saying you should not even see your ex at all?
I think
Is that a
boundaries.
boundary?
Yes.
And what are the boundaries? Like, don't see him at all, or just
What do you think are the boundaries?
If it's possible, the boundaries to set is block your ex on social media,
Oh wow.
move out of the neighborhood if it's possible.
No,
If
that,
it's-
that can't just
Move
work.
out.
Yeah, if it's
Not in this
possible, if
recession.
you're capable of doing that.
Ha.
Because whenever you see the person again, if you live in the same neighborhood, because the feelings are still there, there's a probability that the feelings are still there. You might start trying to work things out. And you're doing this because you're setting boundaries because of your new relationship. You don't want anything to pose as a threat to your new relationship. You're trying to secure your new relationship. So if it's possible for you to move out, you can move out
Yeah.
of the vicinity to give respect to your new
Sorry,
relationship.
can I ask you a question?
All right.
Okay, what if you got employed in a company where they're paying you ×3 and you have to work with
Your
your
ex.
ex?
Yeah.
You
You
won't
have
accept
to
the
work
offer.
with your ex. That's what we're saying. Because of your new relationship, if your new partner is comfortable with it and says, I don't want you to have anything doing with that your ex, you can leave the company.
It's not that
leave
serious.
what?
That's why it depends on your new partner. Some partners are super jealous. You get.
But what if that new partner becomes an ex? Then what happens? They have lost a job.
Yeah.
You are trying to secure your new relationship here.
But sorry, I want to say something.
okay.
I feel your partner would only be jealous if he feels you still have an emotional attachment to your ex. That is the only reason why your partner would be jealous. But I'm sorry, I still feel it's just like friendship. Relationship is like friendship, but just with intimacy. Do you understand? If you hurt me, Amanda, or if you hurt me, Patrick, and you're my friend, I'm not even dating you now, and then I've been really hurt, but then I claim that I have finally let that hurt go, I can actually talk to you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We might not be as close as we used to be as friends, but then we've come to a point or a place where we can stay in the same room and look at each other with a platonic eye and I just see you as Patrick, not Patrick my ex or Patrick my lover. Do you understand? That I think being friends is also, you can also equate it to relationship. I feel if you have truly let go, you would even laugh at some of the things do you know that when you were dating me, you actually did this. I was just looking at you. Don't even think I did not know that you were eyeing that girl by the side. Do you think, I think a lot of us, whoever it is that we claim to be our ex, is actually because we've not let go, and we would always have an excuse to want to jump back into the relationship with that person.
All right, but Nkem, I want to ask you about like this concept of getting back together with your ex. A lot of exes get back together. And I feel like there's this thing that people do where, you know, I break up with you now and I broke up with you for a reason. You know, maybe I didn't feel like we were friends, or like you didn't understand me, or I didn't understand you, or just one thing or the other. My point is, breakups happen for a reason. Now, when we become friends and everything now seems to be fine, the tendency is I forget why we broke up in the first place. And that I think people just end up making like these same mistakes, and you know, over and over again, I keep going back to the same people. What do you think about that? Why are you laughing? You have
Because,
experience
like,
of
yeah,
it.
like a direct experience.
Aha.
For real?
My ex, we broke up. Okay, I broke up with her for a reason.
Okay.
I had my reason. Not like the feeling wasn't there anymore,
Yeah.
but it just had to happen.
Yeah.
My ex didn't understand that. After we broke up, she was, I don't know, I tried talking to her like on 2 occasions. She just walked out. I just figured, oh well, she wanted to move on. Maybe from her side, it really affected her. You understand? So.
Oh yeah.
I think I actually
Yeah,
agree, because I don't understand. I really don't understand.
No, if
I
she's
have-
vexing for you, then she's vexing for you.
I don't
Broke up with
understand,
her.
because I actually
Then
have-
no.
I get that, yeah, I get
I do
that.
feel that people have different ways of dealing with stuff. She couldn't handle it at that moment because she probably still liked you, and it was painful to see you. So most times we think of us breaking up with people and, oh, we'll be friends. Flip it.
Yeah.
If you're still in love with someone, or you still have feelings for someone, and the person broke up with you, would you just And you know that, okay, for instance, you're a photographer. What if she owns like a studio? You're an actor. What if she's like a director and can get you contacts with all the great drama series? Would you now say, you know, you have to think twice. Will you now say, I'm cutting it off? Look at it from the flip side. Will you be fine if she cuts you off or he cuts you off? In that kind, why is everyone looking at me?
In my view, she will not be the only person that will give me job.
God bless you.
This world is very small.
Thank you guys so much because I have really learned a lot from all that you had to say.
You're welcome back to the show, guys. It is now time for us to wrap up the show in a nutshell. But before we do that, let us look at the results of the poll we took on the topic. As a teenager, can you stay friends with your ex? 46%, yes. 36, no. 18, yes, with boundaries.
Wow. Well, it's teenagers, so I can understand.
So are you saying like teenagers' relationships aren't quite so serious?
At 15, what do you know?
Don't say it though.
Majority.
Sister Emma Sobek, some people find the love of their lives.
I don't think so. Even if you're finding
even
if you're finding the love of your life, it's still not serious at that stage.
What? I don't know how.
In a nutshell, not in a story.
Oh yeah, sorry. In a nutshell, for me, today's topic was very educational. Actually, I don't really know how effective it is to be friends with your ex, but I think if you must, boundaries.
Yes, same thing. If you must be friends with your ex, you have to place boundaries, and you have to give it some time. Yeah, when you just break up, you have to actually give yourself space to heal,
to grieve.
If you just jump into it, then it will go wrong. But there's really nothing wrong with being friends.
For me, I actually learned that in as much as you want to be friends, or you still want to be friends with your ex, you need to be sensitive to that other person. Yeah. Because before, I used to feel like it's quite annoying, it's stupid for you to hold on to it and now say, oh, because it didn't work out with us, I won't be your friend. But I think that was quite insensitive of me, and I think we should actually pay attention.
Sensitive.
Yes. You know, we have come to the end of today's episode. Still on the topic, can exes be friends? It doesn't end here because you can actually tell us how you feel about the topic on all our social media platforms, scrolling right across the screen. Bye guys, but always and do not ever forget that everyone deserves a moment to go get yours.